Okay. Well, hey, thank you.
Have a good day.
Appreciate it. So it's 4:30 in the morning. I'm driving over an hour to a trailhead that is over a 3-mile hike up to Independence Lakes, and there's supposed to be some grayling in these mountain lakes, and for the longest time I didn't know there were grayling in the lower 48. I thought it was only Alaska and Canada that sported grayling, so I'm pretty excited. But apparently there's grayling in these lakes, and next summer I'm going to try some lakes over by Stanley. I'm pretty excited. Never fished for grayling before, and I did my research, and I was worried that it was going to be a fish that I could really only catch on the fly. But I was pleased to see quite a few sources mentioning small spoons and spinners for grayling. Like, heck yeah, that's my bread and butter. So made a couple Magic Valley lures, made some spinners. I'm ready to go. Hopefully I'll get lucky. So, packing a couple ugly sticks, 4-foot ultralight rod and 6-foot medium action rod. Nothing special. You know, I'd love to have my 8-foot Okama up here, but ugly sticks are cheap, durable, and if something happens to it, I won't cry over it. Usually take ugly sticks hiking, backpacking. Here's the first lake. Pretty disappointed. That's that's a lot of grass. I don't think my treble hook's gonna make it through that. On to the second lake. Made it to the second lake. Talked with a camper who was on his way out, and he said third and fourth lake were pretty dead, but that they caught a few grayling, few cutties here at the second lake. Said most active after 5, which I figured. It's almost noon now. Terrible time to be fishing. Hopefully they'll get more active, closer to 4. I got one good hit on a small crank, but nothing since. Well, I hooked my first grayling. I got caught looking at it though, and I didn't get the net in quick enough. And maybe if I use barbed hooks, it would have stayed on. But yeah, I got caught looking. It was mesmerized. The blue of the fin, the way it reflects off the water. No, that's encouraging, because I got a strike early on, nothing since, so the fact that I hooked one, that was encouraging. They're deep right now. I'm using a spoon, it's pretty heavy, let it sink for a while. So, back to it. Man, I feel stupid for losing that grayling. Such a rookie mistake. Get caught looking. After he got free of my hook, he just kind of stayed there right in front of me for a little while, collecting his thoughts, evaluating all of his life decisions up until that point. And I gave a thought to lunging forward with the net and trying to grab him with the net. I'm glad I didn't. Probably would have just ate it. This is turning into a real comedy of errors. The eye on my net broke off, so I'm carrying it now. And that lure that I hooked to the one grayling was it was a slab spoon. Slab spoons are really heavy, cast far, sink fast. And I know anytime you're using a really heavy lure on light line, eventually something's gonna break, and I did not retie the knot. So in the middle of the lake, that's where that lure is. It's getting to the point where it's just feeling like a race against time. I hate races. So when it does become a race against time and you're just watching the minutes tick by, you start to make certain calculations in your head, like, do I move spots? Do I change lures? Because you want your lure in the water as much as possible, but yeah, good habits start to go out the window when it's crunch time. Well, this really chaps my chacos. I love to say there was a last minute triumph, but this is the part where I have to console myself by saying things like, it's not the prize that matters, it's that you played a game. Or, I hooked one, that counts, right? Hooked one, some good strikes, but couldn't set the hook. Some bumpers, some chasers, but I gotta count this one as skunked. I'll tell you one thing though, one way that Idaho's really changed my perspective on fishing. Sometimes the destination, it really is just as important as the fish you catch or don't catch. Fishing back in Texas, lakes that I fished at aren't exactly big destination lakes in and of themselves. If you're not catching big bass, well, you just paid a boat ramp fee to float on a hot, muddy lake. But this lake, these mountains, absolutely gorgeous. I'll be back, maybe on next year's backpacking trip, or maybe sooner. I'll be thinking about this lake for a long time, keeping me up at night. Not just because I got skunked, just because of how beautiful it is, how it makes me feel being up